Luke chapter 4. Before we get into C4, let's question the Holy Spirit. First off, we'll drop holy so we can have a chance at perceiving it. I don't want to believe in spirit, but I found it hard to ignore. My absolute certainty that religion is wrong might cancel the possibility of spirit. That, however, is a lie. We are creatures that have been evolving 2 billion years, and the last half billion, most of it. In the last few 100 million, we were primates very like many primates. And something happened. What seems likely suddenly. We make religions to say existence started 6,000 years ago. We want to have all the answers almost after most likely not much more than 30 or 80,000 years, some think less, time of the Iliad, we started to understand we were alive and real and here. And I think spirit is closer and more real than we are willing to perceive. Maybe for fear of madness. More mad than spending the first whatever percentage of my life has gone trying to figure out what it is, if anything, other than a stage for mad primates to run amok until they stop to wonder, can we evolve? And what is left of me when I die? I don't know. That's what I found out so far. But life keeps trying to convince me that I am not mad, and believe I have experienced cognition that supports the idea that we are still a little young and stubborn in our thinking. To know for sure that there isn't a great deal of magic in life, that it is simple enough to take part in it if we just resist the urge to dismiss it. You don't gotta believe me, and I won't record what makes me think it's real. It's almost too thin for it to be real yet. It's a sort of question better asked in a rainforest or jungle. And unfortunately, the priests of money are chopping them all down. Because if there is any kind of spirit, without life, it won't be. It will be elements without self-knowledge. Our grandchildren can better answer this question, or maybe it takes another 1,000,000 years for the spirit to be a real thing in us, which might sound like God. Life doesn't choose, it tries what it can. So, in this vein, let us get back to the Luke story, who, I believe, believed less in Jesus than he did in governing of the masses. Jesus, I believe, believed he saw the Spirit in man, life, and I won't rule it out. Jesus returns from the river full of the Holy Spirit, and fights with the devil 40 days, or whatever. But if he fought with anything, he fought with doubt, and the most horrendous of all monsters. And what he doubted was that his theater would really do anything for the Holy Spirit in man. But he had angels, and I've seen them. They come and commune with your spirit, and no one else sees them because they can't believe they are seeing something other than mad primates. I'm back now. Now Luke has an interesting subordinate clause. The Good News Bible, verse 13. When the devil finishes tempting Jesus in every way, he left him for a while. End quote. That says for me, the devil equals doubt. Jesus went in to teaching in the synagogues, and he wasn't going just to teach. He was going to finally, after 30 years, tell the bastard heaven-stealing, Holy Spirit-killing priests of the bloody lie of Moses. Funny, that was just done a few hours ago. Everyone, not including priests and lawyers and shoe salesmen, liked him big time. He told the priests that he was the only one they had been waiting for, or he was the one they had been waiting for. And then, in case you haven't paid attention, would be like me telling my mother I was the Messiah, which one day I will have to do. Luke goes on about Elijah and 3.5 years without rain, and only one old woman gets saved or healed or something. And since he was in his hometown, people knew him as the son of a mother. Excuse me, how could he be a Messiah? Well, you just got to take on the job. They dragged Jesus out of town and were going to throw him off the cliff, but he walked through the crowd and went. Whatever, Jesus went and got a coffee and a bagel, and people kept screaming at him, "You are God's holy Messiah!" And this could be easily staged, but I think it is simply overwritten. He loves his family, and they not only don't believe him, they think he might be a little mad, as in over the hill and off the cliff. But it could be interpreted that all the people and creatures in the rest of life were screaming at him his whole life. No matter how much you love your family, you have a much bigger family saying to you, you. And ultimately, that has to be enough. Even if me is gone when I'm gone, someone will be able to hear you without sound for millions of generations to come, because I believe evolution is real and gods are inevitable.